Kukui really taught Incineroar Blast Burn. I'm pretty sure Ash just had Kalos League flashbacks. Alola everyone, Treyman1 here. We finally reached the big moment that we've been waiting for. Ash versus Kukui, the final battle in the Alola Pokemon League. Champion Ash versus title defense Kukui. Let's see how this battle will go down. And it appears that this will be a 3-part battle. So I'm going to go ahead and review the first part to this amazing 3-part battle now. The episode continues right where we left off, of everyone shocked to see that Kukui all along was the Masquerade. But what's so bizarre to me is like, everyone here is so shocked about Kukui, they don't know this Naganadel. I'm like, so is no one going to point out the big Naganadel? That Poipo's back as a Naganadel? Nobody? But you can see Kukui apologizing to everyone, and he looks kind of like, I think Kukui believes that he disappointed Ash because Ash wanted to battle the Masquerade. But Ash is actually really glad that he finally knows the Masquerade's Kukui. Basically, you know, Ash is going to be battling Kukui and the Masquerade. You know, Kukui and Ash promised to battle back in episode 2. Ash and Kukui been living together, growing together, so it's like they're a family. It's going to be what Lana said, the father versus son of Alola, which is very pumping. And I really do love this moment a lot, especially with, you know, Ash mentioning the Kukui. Can I use Naganadel in our 6v6 fight? And Kukui's like, of course you can. It's a part of our family after all. Like, the whole family motive in this series and in this scene is just so nice in my opinion. Like, I'm going to be so sad when Ash leaves Alola because he's going to be saying goodbye to his family. Like, Burnett, Kukui, Ash, they've just been such a great family in this series, which I really do love that Ash has, like, his family, like, and Delia's here too, but I don't know, I just feel like Ash, Kukui, and Burnett have a bigger bond, like, family-wise compared to Ash and Delia, and that's because we don't see Delia as much. But yeah, Ash still has the beast ball that Poipo is in and brings it out, returns Naganadel, and I'm like, yes, let's go. Then in the next scene, it's the next day, and what I really do love about this Alola League is how much training Ash has been doing in between battles. Like, in the Unova and Kalos League, they did not show, you know, anything except for the battles for real, especially in Kalos, because Kalos League was kind of rushed. We went from the first round to the top 4, and it was like, that wasn't really good pacing in my opinion. And in the Unova League, the Unova League just sucked, so it's good to see Ash do some training in between his battles. Even, you know, back in the Raleigh episode, missing Gladion's fight, that shows like a very mature moment right there. And I really do like that he's been doing this training. Here he's training Melmetal to increase his speed and power because, as we know, Double Iron Bash was extremely slow in the Gladion battle. I mean, we could tell that Ash, you know, and Melmetal weren't used to this new form. So I love that they're actually training to speed up Melmetal, get used to this form. Like, I'm hoping Melmetal does well in the next episode because it deserves a win. All this training that they're doing to get right and get better and used to his new form, Melmetal needs at least 1 win in the next episode. And then Ash decides to train with Torracat and has a nice little moment with Torracat as well, basically saying, you know, you finally get in the fight Incineroar once again. We're going to show just how strong we got. And I want Torracat to beat Incineroar. Like, it may be Pikachu. It's probably going to be Pikachu. But part of me is like, let Torracat get this win because, you know, this is Torracat's rival. I don't know how the battle's going to turn out because there's a lot of switching in this battle as well, which we haven't seen since the Sinnoh League, which is really nice. Kukui also has a nice moment with Professor Burnett because, oh boy, Professor Burnett went crazy when she found out her husband was the Masquerade, which is so amazing because, you know, she's like, those are her 2 crushes, Kukui and the Masquerade. And to see that they're one person, Burnett lost her mind in this episode. But it's nice to see that even though, you know, Kukui was keeping secrets, Burnett's still supporting Kukui all the way, and he has a little smirk ready for his battle. You can tell Kukui and Ash are really pumped for this fight, as long as me. Like, I'm super excited to see how this battle goes down. Also, another nice nod is basically how this is matched up. In Ash versus Hala, Kukui was the judge. Here, in Ash versus Kukui, Hala was the judge. I feel like that's really nice because, you know, that was the first grand trial, and now this is the final battle. Like, it all came around. It all came together. Like Pokémon Sun and Moon's catchphrase says. And I'm glad that Delia sticked around and watched Ash's fight, you know, first champion fight, too. Like, that's really amazing, in my opinion, that Delia actually came to watch Ash win the league and his first champion fight. Hopefully, with Delia here, Ash can push through against Kukui and win this fight as well. They also bring back the versus screen, you know, where we get to see all the Pokeballs and stuff. Like, I really did like this moment a lot because, you know, seeing the versus screen, seeing what Pokemon fan and stuff, we haven't really seen that, like, too much in this league. So it was pretty nice to see it here in this episode as well. And this scene probably caught not just me, but many off guard. The first two to come out are Torracat and Incineroar. I thought this would have been the final fight, but nope, it looks like we're starting things off with these two, which is really interesting. And when I first saw this scene, I thought Torracat was about to evolve soon because Torracat's bill started to glow and stuff and started emitting heat. So I'm thinking, yes, he's going to evolve, but no, it's actually leading up to something quite amazing. I do believe that we'll see more of this like Bell thing in future episodes of this battle, but we can see Marowak and Turtonator quite surprised by this too, so it's really something interesting going on here with Torracat. But at long last, the hype battle that we've been waiting for since episode 2 of Sun and Moon begins, Ash versus Kukui. And I gotta say, they started this battle in a really amazing way with the Champions theme playing in the background. And a nice pan around shot from Ash and Kukui giving their attacks with Ash, like we get a view into Ash's eye and see Kukui right through him. Like, that's so amazing. Torracat goes in with Flame Charge and Incineroar uses Bulk Up. And yeah, the animation was pretty smooth throughout this entire episode. Ash used a pretty cool strategy in this battle, trying to, you know, outspeed Incineroar with Flame Charge. Basically trying to increase Torracat's speed to its highest level. But we get to see that Incineroar is still, you know, quick on his feet as well, basically knocking around Torracat many times throughout this. I remember in this one scene we got to see Torracat spinning around Incineroar. I'm thinking, oh shoot, is this like fire spin possibly he's about to learn? But nope, it was just trying to increase his speed. But Incineroar still outsmarts Torracat, which is gonna be like, man, it's gonna be pretty tough to get past this Incineroar because we've seen what it can do. Like in the Battle Royale episodes, we've seen it take on a whole Primarina Decidueye, Machamp. It took out Ash and all his friends easily. Took down the whole Mega Mega Aggron. So it's like, yeah, this thing is pretty powerful. And also a cool thing about this battle with Torracat and Incineroar, it reminds me so much of the fight that we got when Ash fought young Kukui, where it was Torracat versus Litten, and Torracat uses Fire Blast. But, you know, Fire Blast was the move that took out Litten. Here, Incineroar just takes the Fire Blast straight on. So it's like, it's cool seeing, you know, how all things came together. We saw Ash have a Litten fighting Incineroar, Ash having a Torracat fighting Incineroar, Ash having a Torracat fighting Litten, and now one more time Torracat versus Incineroar. And yeah, even though Torracat was taking a lot of hits, Ash still had that confident smile on his face until this move was called Blaster Burn. Now this move completely caught me off guard because in the preview I thought that Incineroar was using like Flare Blitz or something, but Blast Burn, like, are you kidding me? This is like the move that literally destroyed Ash in the Kalos League Finals. And what's crazy is it feels like Ash didn't know how to counter this move because we see the look on Ash's face as this move is coming. And he's just like, oh, shoot, what to do? Like, I just imagine Ash has flashbacks to the moment where Greninja got hit by Blast Burn and stuff. And it's like, oh, shoot, it's over. But no, Torracat is actually willing to go take on this Blast Burn, running straight at it, and this is where the bell comes into play. Like, remember when I said the bell plays an important role later on? Basically, Torracat runs directly into the Blast Burn and blocks it, and letting the basically fire absorb into his bell. And I'm like, what the actual heck? I don't know if this was a part of the training that Ash and Torracat did right before this battle, because Ash wouldn't have known Blast Burn was a move that Incineroar had. So yeah, this was amazing though, seeing how he used the bell to his advantage, using his, you know, his body features to his advantage. Like, and I guess you could say we got a new form of Torracat called Blaster Torracat or something like that. Basically, Torracat has the power of Incineroar's Blast Burn. And I'm just sitting there like, yo, send the Fire Blast. Because just imagine the power of that Fire Blast that comes out of Torracat's bell after that Blast Burn. But here's the issue though. Oak actually ends up mentioning that, you know, Torracat received an extreme amount of heat and his body is probably constantly heating up because of this Blast Burn within his body. It's to the point that it can't hold it anymore. And Torracat gets burned, and I'm just like, dang. And what's so sad about this scene is that we see Torracat just in pain, and it's like, it looks like it still wants to fight, but Ash is like, come on, Torracat, return, you know. We'll do better later on. And Torracat sadly turns away from Incineroar as it gets returned. Which I don't believe this is the end of Torracat versus Incineroar. I believe Torracat will be out back again to fight Incineroar, and hopefully it'll actually be able to use this blast burn powers that it got. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But next up is our boy Lycanroc, the winner of the Alola League. And one quick thing I want to point out is that they actually followed the game logic here where, after Blast Burn is used, the Pokemon can't, attack again until after it gets hit. Which I really do like that they actually went with that here. Because in the Kalos League, I remember Charizard used Blast Burn, but just kept on attacking and attacking. So it seems like they've been following a lot more game logic. Same with Sky Attack and Ash and Howl fight. I remember when Sky Attack was used in the Kalos League, it was just constantly pew, 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 pew. But here, the CGI had to charge it up and then was able to use the attack, just like in the game. So it's pretty cool that they actually been following some game logic. But yeah, Ash predicts Kukui's move and that Stone Edge would get blocked. Where Ash actually uses a strategy he used in Unova where he has Lycanroc pick up one of the stones and charge it directly into Incineroar. And we got this really nice shot of Incineroar and Lycanroc using Thorpe Chop and the Stone Edge on each other. And I'm thinking, wait, is this it? Is Incineroar actually going to faint here? Sadly, no, Incineroar is still standing, which makes sense because it's such a powerful Pokemon. But it does end up taking a lot of damage, which is good because, it seems like this thing is invincible almost. So I'm glad that all of Ash's Pokemon may wither down Incineroar's health until Torracat can unleash the final blow. And to me, this episode felt so short because the minute Braviary came out, I'm like, oh yeah, let's go. Let's continue this battle. But then it's to be continued. I'm like, what? No! It felt like this episode was so fast. And I think the reason for that is because we were engaged throughout the entire episode. So when you're engaged like that, things go by faster. It's like, it felt like more was supposed to come. And I believe this further backs up that this is going to be a 3-part battle because in the preview for the next episode, it seems like it's going to focus on Rowlet and Lycanroc. The summary states Lycanroc and Braviary's battle finishes and Rowlet fights against Venusaur. I'm hoping Rowlet beats that Venusaur because if it does, it's going to be an amazing battle. And we get to see in the preview, Rowlet has his Decidueye costume back, which I'm glad it actually came back, unlike Halucha's costume in X and Y, where he kind of just threw it away. I'm so glad that they're actually keeping it. I remember Nanu said, I'll give this back, but I thought that was just a little sign, yeah, he'll give it back, but we'll never see this thing again. But nope, it's back. Hopefully we'll get to see that Fetidance substitution with it as well, and I'm really pumped for it. Also, in the preview, we didn't get to see any of Naganadel yet, so I'm pretty sure Naganadel and Kukui's final member will be saved for that final episode. Now, I'm not sure if the final fight is going to be Naganadel versus Kukui final member or Incineroar versus Torracat. It might be Naganadel and the final member because Incineroar comes back out in the next episode and fights Melmetal, and Torracat comes back out as well. So that's what I'm thinking is going to be the case. Also, I'm so glad that Naganadel kept his personality. We get to see it flying around with Pikachu all excitedly everywhere and getting dizzy by looking at Melmetal spin. This is the same Poipo. Even though it's in a new form and it doesn't look like it will be able to express as much, Naganadel is still the same and it's very expressive, which I love about it. And as for Torracat's, new Fire Blast, Blast Burn form, I really do hope we get to see more of it. I was thinking at first maybe Torracat will learn Blast Burn, but I'm not sure about that. I don't know what they're going to do with this Blast Burn form, but it does remind me a lot of, when Grotle ate the energy ball. Here, Torracat's taking in the fire, it's gaining his energy. I'm hoping Torracat will be able to use this form because, it'll be a waste of potential to show this off if it never gets to use it. So I'm hoping maybe Torracat might evolve and then be able to use it or what. I don't know what's going to happen. But this fight has been amazing so far. And I can't wait for the next part. So we got to hear the Totem theme. We got to hear the Legendaries theme. We got to hear a lot of amazing themes in this battle. And I can't wait to see how the rest of the battle turns out. In the comment section down below, let me know what y'all thought of this episode. I would really love to hear it. This was just the beginning episode, so I can't really say too much on it, but it was still pretty nice at the end of the day. Thank you all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. TreyMan1, peace out.